Yeah, again, I don't feel like it's when you look at most of the phases, take away the defending set pieces, then I thought we controlled the game. We had the better chances. There was a lot I think to like. There's still details I think we need to continue to improve upon. That's always going to be a work in progress. But yeah, we lost the game on the set pieces, on the defending set pieces, and that's that's a difficult one. We watched back all the set pieces today. We went through all the details. We'll continue to work on them this week. But it's frustrating for me when you control a game on the road against a very good team and you create the better chances and you lose the game on set pieces where you can organize and you can deal with the situations and you don't deal with them. So sure, it's frustrating, but in the build and the process of getting to where we want to get to, I thought the play itself there was some good things. So and we build off of that.
Greg, we didn't see Zavaleta training out today. Is he okay? Is he training inside?
He's okay. We just doing a follow up yesterday. He had a quick MRI on a quad, which showed nothing serious. So we just wanted to have him see the doc in person today, and hopefully he'll be back in the mix tomorrow. So
any other players that are questionable for Saturday's game?
No, everybody else is involved. Yeah.
Any update on Jorge Villafana? You said you might have to.
Yeah. So Jorge had a scope, a surgery on his knee on Monday. So they did a little cartilage snip, for lack of professional words. So he'll be probably roughly 6 to 8 weeks, and we'll see. Hopefully that will be the solution for what's been bothering him. He had a bone bruise last year that was pretty significant. He tried to come back, and the comeback he still was feeling the issues. We've been looking at it, hoping that the bruise would heal, and then at this point was a little bit of getting in and just really seeing what's going on. And so they found a couple of things that they needed to manage, and hopefully this will be the solution for him.
You went to the season with depth on the back line, but now with Zavaleta and now Villafana, are you guys in the market for bringing in another piece here, or how do you sort of get through this?
Yeah, I mean, things are a consideration with Eric will be fine quickly. It's, again, nothing serious there. There's an addition. He gives us something. We still haven't seen Derek yet, and Eric added to our group, so we still want to kind of feel where we're at. With Jorge, it's something we have to figure out. Again, we want to be patient with him, but we also don't want to leave ourselves overly exposed for too long. So that's something that we need to just size up as we move through this window. But I feel like we've got, by and large, good depth across the team, but there's still a couple pieces we'd like to add to try to take another step forward.
What is with Derek? Where are you with him?
Yeah, it's just getting him going, really, and it's trying to decide, is that this weekend, is that coming back from the break where he has a little bit more of a chance to get his legs under him. It's just been getting him match fitness, but the only way you get match fitness is to play. But to be fair to the back line, in 3 games in the run of play, they've given up very, very little. If we get through this stretch and get to the window, then that group may have run this space, and then we got to see how we integrate other guys as we get going. But that'll be kind of a reset when we get to the break and we analyze this set of 4 games and then move into another block.
You've had lots of chances. This team's done very well in terms of creating chances, not necessarily finishing them. Yeah. Javier was just adamant that it doesn't matter. 1-0 is 3 points, and it's true.
Sure.
But are you frustrated by the chance to goal ratio that you guys have right now?
Not really, not in the moment. I would be more concerned if we weren't creating chances. We are creating chances. I still think when I say there's some details we can improve upon, I still think that's in the final action. That's not just in the finishing, it's connecting the final pass a little bit more, the timing of things. I do believe and strongly that we're going to continue to create chances and we're going to score goals. Those things will start to find their way. It's early in the season and everybody's trying to find their top rhythm, and we're integrating players like Douglas, who's getting more, is getting his legs under him more and more every day. And so I think we'll continue to be strong and continue to improve on that side. Again, I want to keep this group focused on the defensive side, and if we keep being solid there, the chance creation will turn into more goals. I think against a team like this weekend against Seattle, who they had a very hard time finding, I think, any sort of control of the game as it related to the ball. And we were forcing them to sit pretty deep defensively. So just giving up a goal at 1-0 when we were up, it allows them to stay in that posture. If we stay up 1-0, then they have to spread out a little bit more, and then maybe we create more good chances. So it's us just trying to manage the games appropriately and, again, finish our opportunities when we get there. I think those things will continue to come as we get sharper as a group.
Hey, Greg, you just talked about the opportunities. And I know you just said it's early in the season. You have a player, Efrain Alvarez, who's been able to show that he can impact the game. Didn't see him in Seattle. At times, he wasn't maybe getting the touches. Do you feel that it's still early enough in the season? Because it seems whenever he was getting the ball, he was putting deadly crosses. He almost had another spectacular goal. What do you think you guys potentially need to do to get him more on the ball?
Yeah, I think this is kind of the next phase as Efrain continues to evolve as a player. He's still quite young, but it's still how he can stay more involved in the game and get more of those touches, have more impact through his quality, but also finding the balls in the right spaces. And I think that's his continued to growth, and also to be able to, if we're going to play him in the middle of the field, he's got to be able to, and I thought he did a solid job, but he's got to be able to help us defend through the middle of the field. He's got to be able to do just the work over 90 minutes that it takes to, again, continue to make a difference, but do all the other little things that makes the team solid and reliable. He's got off to a nice start. I thought he had a greater impact in the game when we slid him over to the left. I thought he started to find the ball facing forward a little bit more and seeing those final passes or the shots a little bit more. But I think he has the capacity to evolve and become a central player where maybe he can get more touches, but it's a work in process for him. But as everybody sees, he's super talented, and it's just, he's 19. He still needs a little time to work through some of those nuances that he's going to get as he continues to get time. So.
Greg, you've mentioned how it's been a point of emphasis this season to be stronger when it comes to that defensive effort. So when you have a little bit of a setback, especially with set pieces in the game against Seattle, how do you assess just in general the overall effort and the progress that you're making when you started off strong with two clean sheets?
Yeah, I said to the guys today, we, in the run of play, we've defended very well. We've played against 3 teams who want to have possession, who want to play through the lines and play through the different phases of attack. All 3 teams have gone to playing long balls over the back line because they haven't been able to play through our lines. So we've been very compact. We've defended very well. Again, and the chances that teams got, a lot are second phase types of things, long balls or balls that they've won off of us in transition. But defensively, I think we've been very solid. The set piece defending is something we just have to continue to work on. I think it's a little bit sometimes a mentality, but as we talked about today, it's making sure when the ball is being served that we're in the right starting positions, and then we are aggressive, and our mentality is to attack the ball, be first, and deal with some of those situations. That's going to take work on the training ground, but it's also going to take just a mentality and some leadership in those moments to get those things done. But in the run of play, I'm really pleased. I really think that we've taken all 3 teams out of the style of play that they would like to play and put them more into what we want to do. So that's a positive sign, I think, for our defensive work.
Greg, on Orlando, what's the focus? What have you seen from them so far this year?
Yeah, again, it's another team that likes to have the ball. They're going to want to try to play through lines, try to get their players on the ball. They have a lot of technical players who are very capable, but they're also very competent at sitting a little bit deeper and trying to play you on the counterattack. So we'll see what posture that they come out with. I think if they can press us and have any success, then they'll try to stay high. But the second we play through them a few times, I think they'll fall in and play us on the counterattack. So we have to manage the game based on what the game looks like. Obviously, they have a ton of quality that, between Pato and a number of players we could go through that can hurt you on any given moment and any given chance. And so we've got to minimize their opportunities. We've got to continue to try to control the ball, finish our opportunities. If we can get the lead, we got to manage the game better than we did last one. But I think for us, it's just continuing to improve on ourselves in each phase of the game, right? And so I'd like for us to build off of our playing performance last week and then do better in the set pieces. That's an obvious statement, but if we can do that, then we have a pretty good formula going at the moment. So.
Hey, Greg, Julian we can call it a tough game against Seattle. You had conversations with him this week, or how do you sort of keep his confidence up going forward?
Yeah, it's the same process for Julian, for everybody every week. He sits down with the person, Dan Couchman, who is responsible for going through the clips, the moments, talking through all of the scenarios, so that he can better understand the scenarios, his solutions, what should have been done differently. At this point, he sees it and he's understanding it. It's about doing it when he's on the field, right? So for us, there's a balance, because he's a young man who's learning and he's trying to continue to get better in the position. We trust him and we have to show that trust in him, but he also has to perform, which is going to be a big part of how he bounces back as we move into another game. Is can he respond with a complete performance in this next game, and that'll be a good question for Jules to answer for us.